to the Detailing Talk Europe. Today we move to Norway. Makki Kristoffer is nearby Stavanger. What he's doing exactly, where he's coming from, what he's doing now, we will see later. But also here again, Patrick. Welcome, Patrick.
Hi there.
And welcome, Makki. Thanks very, very much. Join us here. And first we go to Patrick, what we always do, and then we hope for a nice introduce by yourself from Makki. So the words are yours, Patrick.
Thank you, Lars. Thank you for being on the show, Makki. It's an honor to have you. You're a remarkable detailer, especially well known in the Norwegian market, which is where you come from. Originally, I've been told you came from Poland and moved to Norway. So we are really eager to find out who is Makki and what is he doing in Norway.
Okay, thank you, Patrick, and thank you, Lars, for inviting me. I can start with the part of where I am situated in Norway. We call it the homeland of Viking kings. I'm in the middle of the west coast between Bergen and Stavanger. The closest big city to my place is Haugesund, where we have airport, and it's the city that's called the homeland of the Viking kings.
Okay.
So
how far away is it from Oslo? So I think the most people just know Oslo and Trondheim. So how far away is it from Oslo, when in kilometers, for example?
Well, we in Norway we say more like in how many hours you spend driving, because kilometers it's not so important. The average speed in Norway is like 50. So we spent about 7-8 hours from Oslo to my place.
Okay.
Through mountains and really nice areas. So I would recommend you to travel, as I did many times. So you are welcome here, Lars and Patrick as well.
Thank you.
My place, where I have my cage and and my storage and the shop, which is called Makki Kristoffer, is in Sveio. Sveio is a little town. The whole place is around 6,000 people. But the good situation is that we are in the middle of the bit area between Stavanger and Bergen. So I'm 39. I'm Polish. And my name is Maciej Kristoffer. And Makki is a nickname. And the funny story about this is it happened one day in school in Norway, where I moved in '98. So my Norwegian teacher, he couldn't remember my name, which is Maciej. And it was it's difficult to write it in Norwegian or remember that. So one day he pronounced it Makki. So that's why my nick came from.
Makki is more Norwegian, right?
No, it's a nickname, you know. So after a few years, I discovered that my Polish name, which is Maciej, which I have in my passport and all documents, you know, IDs, is difficult. So Norwegian version of my second name, which is Kristoffer, Krzysztof in Polish, It's Kristoffer. So my friends, yeah, people call me Kristoffer in Norway, but my wife, family, yeah, close friends, they call me Maciej. So it's a complicated, but yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, I moved to Norway in '98.
So you've been in Schneid, huh?
Yeah, I went to school here. My background is computer science and HSE, which means healthy, safety and environment. That was my job for 12 years, full time. Yeah, from the oil and gas industry. And that's why I like to dig into safety data sheets and documents to products we use. Um, about detailing, I think when it started, I don't really remember, but I come from family. My dad and two uncles were into cars since I remember, and we used to talk and say that I was born in a garage or something. So,
Born
so
petrolhead, yeah.
yeah. So since I remember, my dad, who passed last year, he was kind of into details. He teach me how to proper wash the car, and I think it started when I was little. I didn't even know it was detailing, and it wasn't detailing, but his way of seeing details, especially interior, which I'm most interested in. It was special. It was I didn't. Yeah, I maybe me and my friends, family looked at that as a freak person, whatever. But I think it started many years ago. But what's up?
Yeah, your sound is still okay.
Okay.
Just your picture is frozen.
I think something happened with my connection, internet connection. But
Yeah,
No worries.
okay.
no problem.
Uh,
No, no
about
problema.
about
Yes.
about about detailing. Well, I was when I moved to Norway. I got my first car, and I was taking care of it the best way I could. I was into details always, but I think it started someplace in actually like polishing and detailing interior and waxing. Started in 2005 when I got my first Audi Quattro, and it was expensive car for me. So I wanted to take care of the leather interior. It was light beige Recaro. Still remember it very good, and so I started to do
Yeah.
this as a hobby.
But that's
Like
maybe something what we have to explain also, that Audi is not just an Audi for you, no? So you are a little bit addicted to this brand, no? So that is maybe something what we have also to explain. What was your first Audi? What was it exactly for a car?
my first Audi was 2000. My whole owned first Audi was 2001. A6 C5 Quattro 2.5 liter turbo diesel. Yeah. So
This
yeah, I
car,
wanted.
with this car it starts your love to Audi, or
No, it started. It started before that with the A4 B5 Quattro 1.8 liter turbo. I come from more BMW family, but the place in north part of Norway where I was living before, called Molde. We have some friends there, so Lasse or some other my friends, if you're gonna be looking at that, so I hope you're doing well. That's our Kololok, also studio, Lasse Groven. I needed a quattro car because it was snowing a lot. I
okay.
had so my experience started in 2004 5, something like that. So after that I wanted to take care of the car. I started to polish it again. I was using rotary for many years ago. Came back to the rotary world, as I call it still. I wanted to do something better. I was known to holograms, the ghosty things.
The expensive car polishing jobs. They show you the
Yeah,
holograms.
yeah. So I picked the rotary again, and I think I didn't really know how to use it, but I was taught in Poland how to use it, and I think they still using it that way. But yeah, I wanted to do something better. Yeah, something. Yeah, I wanted to have a matte new finish of the interior of the Recaro seats, and then it started like a hobby. I joined some forums in Poland. I joined our biggest forum and the club in Norway, which is called the Detailers Club. I joined the biggest Polish forum, which was started by Arek Kazimierczak in Poland and Lukas from Leather Centrum and Kololok.
Okay.
That's where I met those guys. I have lots of friends, connections in Poland. I still have a family in Poland, so yeah, we speak Polish at home, and yeah, so we have lots of connections in Poland. Of course, Karspa is like 90% of in Oslo. Yeah, Polish company.
So
You have Polish employees as well.
No, I have a part-time employee. He's Norwegian. I can explain later about what we are doing now. But in Oslo, the company called Karspa. I think it's
that's the color lock and Koch-Chemie main distributor. They have 2-3 other brands also. You can tell a little bit more about it, Makki.
Yeah.
So Caspar is one of the most luxury, or is the luxury place of the car detailing what I ever have seen. It's 2,800 square meter. Including body shop, leather repair or interior repair station, upholsterer is also there in a very nice building in the old post office of Oslo, a little bit on a halfway on a hill with a view over Oslo. All the windows are from the roof down to the bottom. so very bright inside. And yeah, for if you're not car interested, if you're not detailing interested, but you are interested on cars, just go there, take a coffee, and sit for 2 hours. You will see so many luxury cars in 2 hours on this place, what you have seen before in 2 years not. It is unbelievable how many luxury cars and they have there. Yeah. And the guys who run this business in Oslo is Dan and Thomas. And Thomas is also born in Polish, so he has Polish um,
Roots. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Dan is 100%
Norwegian.
Norwegian guy.
Viking.
Yeah, with everything. So that is when I think about a guy from Norway, I think on Dan. So what makes him, but what is perfect. So this combination is very, very perfect. Thomas is always looking for high end is not high enough for him. So he's always looking for, it has to be more exclusive, more exclusive, more exclusive. And Dan is a little bit more looking also that it works and that is possible to do, and that it's a very good combination. But Dan also sometimes when we have sitting after a long day or whatever, then he say, I have a Polish company in Norway. Because the most employees finally are then from Poland. And I mean, one reason for this is that it is difficult to get people who do hard-working handcrafter works in Norway. They have to look for people who are fine and say, okay, I will do this polishing job, or I will do this clean job and detailing finally, and all of this. I think that is one of the reasons. And yeah, when you have this luck to grow up with 2 or 3 languages, what Thomas did. So Thomas speaks German, Polish, Norwegian, and English also. So yeah, it's easier to employ, of course, Polish people. So that is a little bit how it works. But really, everybody who goes to Oslo and has this option to visit Kaspar, I just can recommend to do this, because this is a really special detailing place. Just in LA, I know a second place what is like huge and clean and nice like this. So I don't know that there's any place there's no place in Germany or Poland, Makki, no? What is like similar to.
Oh, there are some places in Poland. We have some places in Norway as well. Norway is strong, is huge in detailing, and Poland is also huge, and the level of quality, the level of supercars is amazing in Poland. But as you said, everything right about Karspa. There is something special with Karspa. It is the where they are placed in Oslo, the location, I call it the shine factory, because everything that comes out from there, no matter which car it is, it can be a Golf or old car, veteran or classic car, whatever, the level of quality is always the same. It started actually with Thomas and Gregor first, different place in Oslo. They started with leathers and interiors, and then Lars, Thomas history, and Gregor from the industry. So yeah, it's why we speak about Karspa is because we are working together. I'm a distributor for Karspa. I'm responsible for trainings for the car spa and Kololok and Koshimi in Norway and in my area, which is called Rogaland and Vestland in Norwegian. That's two parts of Norway, mostly west coast. So yeah, we cooperate. We spend lots of time together with Thomas, Dan, Gregor, and now Tommy, which is the new part of Carspa. He runs a web shop called Stora Foot, which means big feet. Yeah, so
what fits to Tommy well, because when I met him, I have to do this. Hello.
yeah.
So he's very tall and he has big feet.
So it makes sense.
So back to my history. Yeah, I was working full time in oil and gas industry in Norway as a AJC guy. I was traveling a lot. I had some time to do detailing before. It started with many different brands. It started with chemical guys, Scholl Concepts, 3M, and of course Swiss Works. I was into different brands, and I was still looking for something special. I was looking through Polish industry, which is very strong, which is very nice, and yeah, we have so many good connections in Poland. Then my journey with Kololok started really through Swissworks, because I was using it for many years. I was certified as a certified detailer and a studio for Swissworks.
Okay, Swissworks Center.
Yeah, and you know, when I looked through some leather products and started to listen to Lucas and read about his knowledge again, I wanted to join the Kololok and Leather Centrum team. So so I was discovering the leather world myself from the beginning, doing repairs and sponging interior, you know, the whole interior of the car with fresh. Yeah, so so I next it was my goal to be part of Leather Centrum and Kololok family and team.
Appreciate it. For us also, yes, you know, no?
Thank you. But on the exterior, I was looking through many brands. You know, we have strong industry in Poland. I was using Polish brands. I was using Scholl Concept, 3M, Optical, many different brands. I still have it in my...
One step back, how long are you doing now? So you leave your regular job and you open your own detailer shop, so your Makki Kaspar.
Yes.
And so that is something what you do now full time. And
Yes.
how long do you do this now? How long are you now in the business, and how hard was it to leave the country? Because I guess what you did before was not bad paid, isn't it? So it is a big step to say, okay, this is a safe. It's a safe job. What I guess it was not bad paid or good paid.
No, we all know that the oil industry, oil and gas in Norway is a big industry. You know,
that is what I mean. But
Yeah.
to say I will follow my passion, I mean, I know it from you, Patrick. You did more or less the same step, and I also, before I was doing my own business, before I joined deeper and deeper to the Lederzentrum. I mean, we can talk on another situation about my history, but I also left a good paid job just to find my passion to do this what I want to do, what I can do today and what I really enjoy, and I had this luck to earn money also with this, so that I can pay my normal stuff. And but this was never the plan. And if you have this plan, you will do this step for sure, because it is too risky. But that is what you did, Patrick. That is what I did. But Makki, you did it also. So when was this, and how was a few weeks or months before when you run your own business, or was your shop maybe full already? you don't have a
Yeah, because maybe I can add something before you answer the question that Lars is asking
Yeah.
you. Because you said you started it as a hobby, and I think the majority of detailers, they all start as a hobby,
Yeah.
where they find out they like it and they can make money with it. So what was the point in your journey where you, like Lars was asking, quit your daily job and went into detailing? And when did you find out you were actually detailing instead of just cleaning your car and prepping it?
Yeah.
That's a good
It's a-
question, Patrick.
Yeah. It's I think I registered first my organization number or company first like in 2009, and it was not into detailing at all, but I was doing part-time jobs, different kind of jobs in stuff like translation, and yeah, it was my part-time hobby job. So I needed the organization number. I needed to do it legally, and someplace in 2012, I think, I changed into doing the detailing business. I changed the form of organization of my company. Yeah, and because I was traveling, I came back home and I had time to take care of my car. I changed Audi again in 2008. No, 9. In 2009, I bought my first new company factory new car. It was Audi, of course, and
Why not?
from the first day, I wanted to take care of the car the proper way. You know, it started with Autoglim and yeah, Swissworks products, stuff like that. And I was started to discover even more the detailing with my own car and my wife's car, of course. So it was polishing, it was detailing. I was taking some, we call it the weekend warrior jobs, you know, polishing other cars, sanding, whatever. Yeah.
Trying it all.
Yeah, of course. So
Mhm.
yeah, I love waxes. I love Carnauba. I have, yeah, all of Swissworks waxes and all of Zimmel waxes. Uh, I started to put different things on my cars, customers' cars. Uh, Started to go deeper and deeper into polishing. When I think I in 2009 2008 I bought my first dual action machine, because I was only doing the rotary before, and holograms and stuff.
What was the
Crazy.
first brand that you bought? Your first dual action?
My first dual action was the DAS Pro 6.
So it was a smaller machine, still the smaller machine at that time.
The smaller machine, because I needed to remove those holograms.
That you created with the rotary.
Yeah, of course. I actually knew that I could remove them with rotary as well, but it was difficult. I wasn't. I didn't had so much knowledge this time about how to use a rotary machine to do a proper finish.
Mm-hmm.
So I got into the first training, second, third stuff with different brands. Chemical guys, 3M, Scholl Concepts, Swissworks, Flex, Rupes, and I found out some place in 2013 that I would love to do it full time. So I think full time started in 2013.
But was it a decision? Yeah. Was it a decision out of passion, or did you do the calculation with what you already were earning, like as a weekend warrior?
No, it was out of the passion. It was to be close to my passion cars, and do the job, do the quality better, to discover even more coatings, interior, leather, plastic, vinyl, and stuff. So in 2014, I got together with Karspa, Thomas Stempniak, and started to discover Koch Chemie, because it was one of the brands that always came into some place like Leather Centrum and the Kololok. Every time, I discovered some chemicals or polishing compounds or something, the brand Koch Chemie came, like Leather Centrum. So I started to discover. I got into the contact with Thomas. I got really inspired by the level of quality they delivered in 2013 and 14. It was before it was and still it's the only company in Norway that's only called Karspa. We have different, like in Poland or wherever, different Karspas or Karker, and when I started to discover the product system of Koch Chemie, together with Leather Centrum products, I found out that it's really the things I want, and I don't need anything more, because we have the perfect product system. Every kind of brand have good products, but there is something special with Koch Chemie. You have solvents, you have tar removers, you have different kind of acids, cleaners, alkaline. It's so huge. So in 2014 I discovered that I would like to be part of Leather Centrum, Kololok, and Koch Chemie. So because of my history from the oil and the gas company industry, I was doing lots of trainings there. I speak Polish, English. I speak well. I was speaking German really good before. Now it's a little bit gebroken, but I understand a lot of German and Polish. So because of my experience from the oil agency uh, safety industry, I think it started also in 2013 when I managed to arrange my first training. I didn't even know this time we could call it academy, which we call it now. It started with leather Centrum products. It started with Swiss Wax, Scholl, different brands, but we had some guys interested into that, and we were running this in English and Norwegian. Now we do it also in Polish because we have so many Poles in Norway as well. Yeah, so now after some years in the industry, we are doing most of trainings. We do customer service. I do sales and marketing for Kololok and Kochimi. I'm not so much into daily detailing because we don't have time. I still love it. I have customers. I have the insurance company cooperating with us. So we are doing it on full time. Also detailing, me and the guy who part time now works for me, but most of time we spend on trainings, marketing, sales, distribution for Kochimi and Kololok.
Okay.
So, but
training.
yeah, sorry, but you still run your detail shop, right?
Yes.
Yes, and how do you combine the two at the moment then? Because I know I've been there. We had a detailing company that went into trade, and it's like a similar story that you have right now, where you have a detailing company, but you got more into the trade side of business.
Yes, as I said, we kind of stopped with normal washing services, polishing, and coatings, stuff like that. We only take the insurance jobs.
I see.
We take big projects like total interiors, exteriors, some friends special cars, and that's because I'm a father to a 6 years old boy and a stepfather to 19 years old woman now. So, and I have some my collection cars, and I would love to spend time with family, to spend time with my cars more than polishing and washing cars for others.
Good decision.
When you have this opportunity, that's fine. But you have
awesome.
to.
That is true luxury, right? That is luxury.
This is luxury. Yeah. So you have to. But yeah, I mean, you take the risk. You skip your main job. You go to the detailer shop. You start detailing. Care for a car for other people, earning money, study more and more, build up your education, try a lot of different kind of brands, materials, learn more, buy a machine, buy a second machine, a third machine, and I guess you have now a big collection of machines, the guns and everything. So yeah, this is the way how you can do, and now you are also mid-age, no? So.
But still young.
But still young, of course. So, but this is how it works now.
There is a.
What
You
is
see
this? What is this for a car?
That's an American Ford, right?
No, it's a Toyota.
He looks.
Oh,
Yes, it's. You see how we go into details. The whole front is
removed.
is mounted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you start polishing it, or what are you going to do with the front then? Is this an insurance job?
No, this is a total outside, inside detailing with painting the interior, painting the front bumper, polishing, wet sanding. It's we call it the total sale prepare, like a new car detailing.
It will be looking better than new when you're finished with it, right?
Yeah, yes, I guess.
Yes. Yes. So um, we spend most of the time now on distribution trainings, finding new contacts, new sales opportunity, new distribution. Also in my area, we love providing knowledge also about the interior, especially because I see there are thousands of detailing companies in Norway, in Poland, Germany, but I see especially the interior world is a huge gap. Everyone is almost taking care of outside exterior polishing. Private people, we don't have so strong regulations still in Norway about washing the car outside in your own garden, but it will probably come the same way like in Germany or Poland. So many people are washing their cars by themselves, polishing, getting into hobby detailing, but still interior is a huge gap. We have so much opportunities in Norway to provide the knowledge about not only leather but plastic vinyls. Tesla is so huge in Norway. I think it's the second or third country in the world, and they only now have the vinyl interiors. So I love to provide knowledge how to take care of correct way to take care of the interior, how to take care of the leather, what kind of leather you have in the in cars, because we still see companies and people that cannot see the difference between real leather and vinyl or
I think
leather
this is,
imitation.
Makki, I think this is a point of this because why people who are interested in caring for a car,
Mm-hmm.
that they start with outside, because outside you don't have so many different kind of surfaces and materials. So when it
Yes.
comes to the inside, it just came, what I learned is came more complicated because you have leather, you have vinyl, you have alcantara, you have fabrics, you have different kind of materials on the roof, something what you can clean very well, something what you can't clean, and then finally you can clean everything, but you always have to know how, yeah, and you can do a lot of mistakes
Yes.
by the interior, and so I think that it's normal to start with something what is outside, showing also, and the effect when you have a normal paint outside and you do a little bit polishing and then just simple things. The difference is huge very very quickly. for not for a detailer, you know, so but for a person who will care for a car. So when it comes to interior, you have to be open to educate you and learn about the materials, the different kind of things what you can do, and so yeah, and that is just also a bit more work for your body because it is small corners. It's not you not always have a helix. You sometimes have also
Yeah,
a small,
GT3 RS,
a small
and you
yeah
have to
for
clean the back seat of it.
yeah so,
Need a
yeah
roll bar.
yeah
Yes.
so that is I think this is the big thing. But of course I mean what I do, you know, so for inside is same importance than outside. So when we talk about detailing, I think you really have to go in the detail to do this, what the word is meaning and what is telling. It's not just polishing a car and go with a
Well,
vacuum cleaner over the carpet and the seats. That is not detailing. Detailing is
no, but that is what a lot of people do, Lars. I was about to tell this. A lot of people, what they do is that they are showing the car to another person or whatever. So then the outside is more important to them than the inside. And for the inside, a lot of people, they just vacuum the inside or use a mild cleaner to clean the leather. But I know a lot of people, they don't know how clean leather looks, you know, so, or they had to buy a new car. But if you see like a difference, that if you start cleaning leather that has been like 5 years old and it starts from glossy to matte again, matte finish, if people see that, they're like, oh, you have to do something to the leather. No, this is the clean leather, you know? So that is also something that people are not aware of, you know? So that is strange. People think leather should be shiny. It shouldn't.
Mm.
no shiny, shiny,
That's
shiny outside and matte inside. That is
Yes, that is what it's supposed to be. Yes.
yeah, and that's the part of the thing Lars mentioned. We don't see this as a mistake. We see it as a lack of knowledge because
True.
normal people, they don't know that. So so you I I don't say it is a mistake. Is because they don't know.
I
So
don't mean, I don't, no, that is not what I mean with a mistake. I mean, you can do more mistakes inside.
okay.
You don't know when you don't can see which kind is a different of materials, and when you have this old wall roof, for example, you go with a brush over this, then it looks worse than before. So just clean with a sponge, very gentle, not too hot because it melts very quickly. So all of these things, what I mean. So you just have to be more careful in the inside and to break down the interior is also not always easy. Sometimes not really possible to do, and it takes a lot of time, and so that is what I
It's an
mean.
expertise.
Yeah. So, but
So
what is also interesting, Makki, is training. Is it always on your place, or do you traveling to the people, and do you do the full training? So outside, inside. How long does it take? How many people can come? What do you charge round
we
about? And
uh,
what's about training?
we have now a system for trainings and academies,
Yeah.
which is mostly divided into uh, a basic training that's based on Kokshimi product system
Yeah.
and Colorlock. That's that's what we call Koshimi Academy, and it's 2 days, about yeah 12 up to 16 hours. It's from the pre-wash to the preparing the paint for detailing, polishing. The second day we do interiors, and what I started last year with uh, my academy system was that on this basic trainings, 2 days academy, we do something I call introduction to the color lock system. It means that we show and learn people how to take care of the interior with color lock system, and show them a little bit of fresh, a little bit of sanding and stuff like that. It's because we want to do an introduction to the color lock system as well, and because the second part of our academy system is the color lock. That's what Lars is been with us too, and Color Lock Academy is also for mostly 2 days. We have opportunity for students who only wants 1 day, and it's just only the fresh system.
Clean and fresh.
Yeah. And second day is to how to mix the colors and the pigments, how to do repairs and stuff like that. So we take, it depends if I do this alone or together with my guy, then we take 6 to 8 people maximum. We do trainings in my place in Sveio and in Oslo, in Karlsbad. Karlsbad built last year the competence center, which is which
nice room where you can put 2 cars inside, and you have a small area where you can sit down and take a bit, make a break or drink something, or and leave your belonging, your private belonging, and then that's a awesome thing that they have a big room with 2 or 3 cars fits in. No? You have 3 cars inside and can do training there. There's a training, a theory room.
It's a separate area from the company itself.
Yes.
It's the same building, just on the other side, and awesome. I did a video beginning this year, I think so.
Yeah, and because it was a challenge to do trainings in Oslo, where the production is detailing production is running with 15 guys, smarter repairs, PPF, leather shop, and so it was a great idea of Karlsbad to build a competence center, because we can go from the production to a completely different part of the company and do it with students. We can go to the production area if you want. We can show them how to do those things we are learning. So great opportunity. We do trainings for weekend warriors, for companies, for our distributors. Also, we do trainings for brand companies, like now started with Toyota, Norway. So mostly we do trainings in Oslo and my place, but we offer also bigger trainings in a place where the brand companies are. So we can travel, we can take equipment with us, we can yeah, we did some trainings where we picked some interior parts and shipped it to the company, because we need some seats, stuff, leather, interior, to train
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, what you also
So
do, what you also do, what is a bit special and compared to other countries, is you invite sometimes few customers or people, and then you travel with them to the headquarter from Kochchemie or to headquarter Lederzentrum to us in the color log. So last year you was here, I think, two times. One time with 12, 15 people, but we was enough trainer. You was there, Thomas was there, Buring was here, I was here, so we can split it very well. So this is also something what you offer to the people in Norway. What is a cool thing, I think, so to go to the production, see where the products come from, who's the people behind the products, and for me always very, very interesting to have so many people there. So Makki, what do you think? What is the reason why is detailing and care for cars in Norway? Um, it's popular. You can say it's popular, no? And
yes, it's
people
very popular.
people have an idea when you go on the street and you talk to a guy and say, "Oh, your car is looking nice. Was it detailed?" They know what you mean. So it is a used word by the 5 million people who lives round about in Norway, when I'm correct. So why is this? Why is Norway caring for cars? Why is detailing something what is normal, more or less?
Uh, as I said before, we still don't have the such a strong regulations in Norway about washing the cars outside in the garden.
Mm.
That's the first reason, I think. Second reason is that uh, I I was born in Poland, and I still have a kind of Polish way of thinking. So I see that many Norwegian people, they can really afford uh, lots of detailing stuff, like machine, Rupes machine or Flex or whatever, another machine.
Akita,
Yeah, uh,
time.
yeah, to do stuff by themselves, because the level of living, they can afford that in Norway. So they can buy lots of stuff, then they can do it by themselves. It's popular. That's why uh, the level of quality and detailing in Norway, I would say, it's very high. It's not only because people can afford uh, different kind of brands and expensive also stuff, but it's also because there are lots of weekend warriors. People in Norway uh, mm, work offshore or on the oil gas plants in rotation time. So it means you go like for 2 weeks offshore, or 3 weeks maybe. Then you are coming home and having free time for 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks maybe. So some people spend their free time detailing. So that's why we have many part-time weekend warriors doing detailing on the really high quality. But as you probably know, Patrick and Lars, running business full-time detailing company, it's completely different
Yeah.
than
True.
running it in your own garage or your mom's or whatever garage part-time and spending 60 hours on one project.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I mean? It's completely
100%.
different,
Yeah.
yeah, than running a profit company. So that's what I know. People who started that with as a hobby, still enthusiasts, people like me, we don't see this uh, um, this edge, when to stop. It's a completely normal situation with every fashion detailer. You always are chasing this last swirl.
Yeah.
You always,
Tailor trap.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and you're getting into this time trap, getting into projects that in the end you see you've spent 60 hours on the cars, work hours, and we have we had many projects like that. So it's something we learn from. It's both the positive and negative way, but still I'm impressed of the level of detailing industry in Norway. It's huge, it's popular, it's yeah, but we have also the other part with companies that only are running normal car care business,
Yeah.
and what I see a very positive way in Norway is that we don't have so many companies in Norway that are calling the usual car care detailing.
Mm-hmm.
But in, for example, Poland, there are lots of normal car care companies that are misusing the word of detailing. Patrick.
So
Yeah.
that's good that you're mentioning this, because that's the problem that we have here in the Netherlands, and I think in Germany as well. There is only one word, which is autopflege.
Yeah.
But autopflege can be the cheap guy and the expensive guy at the same time.
Yes.
So that's good that you have the separation in Norway, and the people understand that, because that's where we all want to go. So that makes the life of a detailer more easy than explaining all the time why he is so expensive in comparisons to the guy that has not the same experience.
Yeah.
Mm.
So when I'm a car enthusiast and I will care for my car, where I buy my products in Norway, can I go to an auto part shop, so Bill Extra, for example, or is there a main
Buy them
online shop
online,
like
yeah.
Auto Geek in what is in the US, or do you buy mainly in the country, or is it easy because you are not a part of the European Union, or is it easy or hard to buy something outside of Norway, or is it normally that I buy in Norway? And what I do? I drive to the next Bill Extra and buy something there, or I mean not a detailer. I mean a car enthusiast, a guy who is just want some McGuire stuff, or I don't know what kind of products you start normally.
I mean, it's easy to get products in Norway because we have lots of web shops. It's easy to buy in Norway also from China, Wish, Alibaba, Express, whatever, those kind of shops. We are working and cooperating with some of Norway's biggest web shops. We are also still looking for physical shops like you mentioned, Lars, Bil Extra, or we have gas stations selling products. We have all kind of
Bilkun Pleitjen, or how is it?
Bilplay Kongen, yeah.
Bilkun Kongen. So this is it for professionals, or is it also for end users? They can buy it.
It started with end users. Now I think they sell both. They have I think they have both platforms. Yeah,
On this company very so the translation bill means auto or car in
Car Care King.
It is it's Car Care King. Yeah. So that
Yeah.
is the translation of the website. What is a good name? I like this
Mm.
name, and it sounds even better in Norwegian language. But what is very impressive on this guys is the huge number of followers on Facebook and YouTube,
Yes.
and they do everything in Norwegian language, so not in English. And that is very interesting what the guy do in a country with that is always. I mean, Norway have a financial nice situation, so that is even now in the Corona
Yeah.
time, still good. But that is one point, of course, what you have to notice also. But even this, by 5 million people to have, I don't know how many followers I have, 40,000 or something. It's a huge number because
Yes.
people speak this language. So I really have respect for the job what they did there. But this shows at the same time how many interest is on car care and detailing. Um, you can do in a niche a very very good job, but it is still a niche. But they are coming, you're coming more and more out of a niche. In compare when you look 5 million people and how many people are following and doing this. So okay, so this is also one of the web shops where you can get products if you are end customer or an enthusiast or even a professional. And you
What
get
you what you said, Lars, is a very good thing because when the Bilpleiekongen started in Norway, it was actually aimed to normal people, no,
yeah.
not detailing, not enthusiasts or whatever. It was just aimed a very positive way to to normal people. How to proper wash your car just with soap and how to remove the tar or iron particles and stuff like that. It then started with videos, short, long videos, guides, guidance and stuff. Yeah, it's very good. It's showing how big interests are in Norway or in Scandinavia, also in Sweden. Yeah, remember that Norway has now only 5.3 million people, but the country is huge. We have long distance between uh, biggest cities in Norway. That's why web shops are popular. Yeah, so we are, me, Carspa, are cooperating with some of the Norway's biggest web shops. We take them on trainings. We take them, like Lars mentioned, to Germany to show the factory, to show the Leather Centrum also factory. Yeah, I got really surprised by you last year, Lars.
You come to a Katalog center, ne? So you're the first Katalog center in Norway, and you're still the first. So,
Yeah.
what is about the community? I know you are you still active by the IDA? I don't know, but I know you was active a little bit by the IDA. Is it popular? Is there an IDA in Norway? And what is about outside of the IDA? Is there a community? And how is the culture in Norway? Is it fine for everybody to speak with the competition, or is it the people hiding the knowledge, or how is this situation? And
No, it's mm, we are not hiding anything. We are
no,
we are
not you, but I
no.
mean between a detailer from this place and this place. Is it
Like competition, is there competition in a bad way, if you know what I mean? So where they don't talk, or do they have contact with each other and help each other out?
yeah? How's the
I think
community?
that's the question, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we have contacts with each other. IDA is still is still, I think, small in Norway. We are working on it. Mm, we What I maybe feel a little bit from my point of view is that idea is kind of I will try to say it the positive way. It's very ruthless,
Focused.
Minded.
focused.
Yeah.
Minded.
Yeah.
And
What they are normally not are, but this is how it feels like in Norway. That is what you want to say.
yes, and we use Rupus machines. I was selling Rupus for some years, but I'm more, as you probably already understood, I have nothing against Rupus, but I am kind of a brand freak, and I love German stuff. I love German cars and German brands. So for me, the not the proper, but my favorite brand is Flex. It's what we use, it's what we sell, it's what we love.
Yeah.
So and we feel that Flex guys are not kind of into family, but yeah, we have nothing against Roops. We've been using it many years. I have 10 Rupus machine myself. I'm still using it. Yeah, but we are more into German brands, and yeah, but yeah,
It's a
Rupus
preference.
is,
It is.
yeah,
It is
it's
a
a
preference. It has
preference.
nothing
Yeah,
to do that you don't like groups or whatever. It's just your
yeah,
preference that you, because yeah, that's my preference as well. We sold Rupus as well, but my preference goes out to Flex. That's my personal preference. It's nothing to do with sales because we don't sell the machines anymore. But I think my first dual action was a Flex machine. Because the other ones, they all stopped on certain areas, and the Flex was the only one that kept on going, you know. So it was like a beast of a machine. It was awesome. So that's why I chose Flex at that time. Yeah.
yeah. You still have VRG machine?
Yeah. The VR that never breaks down.
No, it's a beast. You know, it's called in USA a beast, and it's true.
It
It's
is a beast. Yeah, it is a
yeah,
beast of a machine. It can be like 10 years old, 20 years old, but it's still working, you know, so it still does the
yeah.
job. It's
And
awesome.
after 5 hours of polishing, you're going home, and the whole
Yeah.
body is.
Feel it in your arms and your eyes go like this, you know. So yeah.
This one. I'm not. You know, I don't polish cars, and I have
Mhm.
-2% knowledge about it. I'm really not focused on this. But when we talk about German brands and German machine producers, there's a brand called Fine
Yes.
machines, and Fine is always so when you have a fine machine, the multi master, for example, is one
Mhm.
machine what they bring out, and a lot of companies copy this. In Germany, we say this is for generation. So when you buy
Yes.
one fine machine, and I think that is also there's an issue from the company, because when you buy one machine, you can use it for 30 years, 40 years, and longer, and it still works. So I have still machines from my grandfather. What is
You
from
know,
fine?
I have a client, no, a customer in Bergen who found 16 years old flex polishing machines in the garage, and they are like
Yeah.
5 kilos or something, but it's still working.
It's
It's
still working.
amazing.
Yeah, that's still working.
It's so dirty. It's I think it's used for many years, but you turn it on and it's working. It's like my old Makita or my first VRG Flex. It's it's impossible to kill it. So
Okay.
what I would like to say more about the Norwegian industry is that we have the level of the quality is actually very good. We have the community of detailers. Um, it's very closed because we know people from the Detailers Club Norway, for example, which was the first forum, the first club. It wasn't Facebook based like now. You have groups in Facebook. It's fast to communicate, to send pictures, whatever. But the detailing forum it's still working. We actually know every people in Norway, in the whole country, that are into detailing really the passion way. They are still coming new members and new guys into that. But I feel it's a close, it's a very close family. It's a very close industry. It's not like in Poland. Poland is huge. I don't know German market, but Poland is yeah. It was explained by Łukasz in your last episode or before that. So yeah, Poland is it's mind blowing, huge detailing. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I always say. We are in Germany still on the beginning. We will do also one episode with a German detailer that we can talk a little bit more about this, because I mean I run a factory for leather repair and cleaning stuff. So I'm not a detailer, so of course I have a lot of contact, and I travel a lot when not Corona is, and so. I see a lot of things, but to talk really about the detailing scene is a little bit difficult for me. But yeah, but it is nice to hear that you have a community, that the people talk each other, that you're starting very early with a own platform to share knowledge, and I think that is something what is carrying your soul and carrying every other soul. So that feels good, and
Sharing the knowledge. Yeah.
yeah, it's a good thing, and that will bring us forward. So everybody will bring this forward, and it's still for me fascinated and not 100% clear why car carrying and detailing is so huge.
Maybe we talked about this before, Lars. Maybe Makki can answer the question. I think a lot of Norwegian people, they are very influenced by the American market as well. You know, so and detailing, as you mentioned earlier, detailing in the US is where it more or less started. It's huge. It's a different level of industry. So if you have the ability to follow that and
not on the quality, but on the people who use
on the size, yeah, people understand detailing over there. Yeah, if you say I'm going to a detailer, people know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's not the same way in Norway, because our industry in Norway is, I think, the biggest difference between United States of America and UK, for example, and Norway.
UK
we
as well.
don't yeah, we don't have mobile retailers.
Makes
And
sense because of the distance, because of the weather, because of
yes,
a lot of
yes, we have people that are based into garage, yeah, mom's dad, or they are renting, or they are building. We don't have that kind of industry mobile. There are some, of course. Many companies tried to start with steam, for example. My friends, it's not quite popular in Norway, because steam it's not so into detailing. Especially washing the car with only steam. That's what I mean. Steam is
We've
good
tried that.
in
We've tried that 10 years ago. Yes.
yeah, yeah. And that's this part from Norway, UK, and USA is different. Yeah, but besides, because of lack of regulations, or we still can wash. Everyone can wash the car outside their own house
Yeah,
using
that is for
towel
sure.
remover. Yeah,
I mean,
it's very popular. Yeah.
I mean, in Germany, it's not always forbidden. It's independent where you are, and it could
Yeah.
be. It's not a state law. It is really a village or town law. So it's
Okay.
independent what kind of water
The sewage, water drainage.
Yeah.
system we have. So it could be that you live in a small village with 500 people, and there's it allowed, and then you drive just 3 or 5 kilometers to the next small village, and there's it forbidden. So you always have to ask your
City hall,
hall
Yeah.
allowed or not allowed. But very often it is forbidden. So I don't know the number. Is it 80% forbidden or 60%? Or I really don't have any idea. But mostly it is not allowed to do this. So you have to drive to a wash box and do like this. Yeah. Okay. So Makki, we are over an hour now. So we talk a little bit longer with you than with all others.
It's the longest, yes.
But it's still fine.
Yeah.
But what we did at this time always, Patrick, is we asked also about Corona. How's the situation in Norway? How has it any effect on your business? How is it? How do you feel? And just let us know what's going on in Norway about this crazy time.
Yeah, Corona is, as you said, a crazy time because we are still part-time closed, but we know that from the 15th of the June, Norway will be mostly back into normal.
That is good news.
Okay,
yes,
great.
but for my point of view, the business point of view, maybe it's not so popular to say this right now, but our experience is just positive.
Yeah.
Positive because first of all, I discovered what proper disinfection of interior means, how important or different the soap and the alkaline cleaners are, what they do. We early started to produce and provide knowledge about proper cleaning and disinfection of the car. We had lots of, and we still have lots of work with providing products, isopropanol, soap, alkaline cleaners for the interior.
Mm-hmm.
We also started early, actually the same day or week when the Norway got closed, to provide knowledge also what will happen if you not clean or disinfectate interior of the car the proper way. It means what can happen if you use too much alcohol, too much isopropanol.
Damage-wise, you mean?
Yeah. And now we see
we get the last few weeks we get daily pictures.
Yeah.
Damage?
From damage,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because when you go with 97% or 95% IPA 6 times a day over your steering wheel, the steering wheel you will
It will
remove
evaporate.
you will break it. And the same with the armrest and all of the other things. Or normal hand disinfection will damage it. No? So
But it's not only alcohol, Lars. It's also chlor, how you call it?
Yeah, chloride.
Yeah,
yeah, so
yeah, chloride-based product. Yeah,
bleaching products. Yeah, so
yeah.
we call it in German also chlor. I think
Mhm.
in Dutch it's also chlor or something like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, chlor.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think in English or for the American is bleaching. And yeah, the bleaching is also a problem, of course, on every surface. So that is the same thing. And also what they do now is looking for products with silver inside to
Silver infused, yes. Yeah.
to get it longer on this. But it is also not completely without any dangerous things for paint surfaces. So so when you use a sun blocker cream for your skin, and you touch your red or black car a couple of times, then you know what I mean.
We all seen that, yes, of course.
So you blind it, and there's also silver inside. There's also silver inside. So yeah, Maki, that is nice to hear that you really start early to think about it. What is necessary? What is not necessary? What is possible to do? What is don't do, because that is also what we try to do. And of course, some people will say, "Are you just running? Or you use this worst situation of Corona to make money?" But this is
Yeah, of course. We had many messages like
always,
that, but
but you always have this side and this side, and
But on the other hand, we can say this: the pharmaceutical industry is doing exactly the same, and nobody's complaining. You know, so we are trying to help. There is a problem. You have a dirty car. You need to disinfect. We try to help. You know, so it's not only selling the product; it's also sharing the knowledge.
yes,
And so I don't think, yeah, people can say what they want, and they will always say when it is in their favor or they need to talk down on you. You will have those people
yeah,
always.
what I found out early in the Corona time was that I was actually not running a promotion for the sale. I was just trying to provide knowledge about the disinfection or cleaning of the interior or contact places, not based on our products, just to make people
Aware, yeah.
aware
Mhm.
what to do. Not, yeah, we have products we can sell to you. It was because lots of my customers, friends, asked me about that. Can we use the soap? Can we use whatever alcohol, vodka?
Yes,
So
but that's a good point that you're addressing now, because the questions rose. You know, so there were a lot of people asking how to clean, and as we already discussed, disinfecting is something different than cleaning. If you use a certain product on a certain area, you can do damage. And if you're in car cleaning or the car cleaning industry for customers, you don't want to damage their cars, you know, so
of course,
you need the knowledge. So yes, and with your knowledge, you are attached to a company, you might sell products. So yes, that's that's the game. We can't do anything about it.
okay.
yeah.
So I think we're nearly by the end. I don't know if you have any hot question, Patrick, what I forgot, or I
No,
think
I
we
think
did
it
it.
was very informational. I think if we kind of wrap it up, Maki's already showing that a detailer's mind should be like a sponge, even in situations with Corona where you adapt to it, you know. So, and I think that he did right by sharing the knowledge, you know. So explaining to people what they should do or cannot do. I think that's always good. So I don't think anybody can blame him for that. So that being said, no, I don't have any questions at the moment. Maybe if we have like a returning podcast, I might have some questions, because when this all sinks in, there might be some questions, and maybe people can leave a comment if they have questions that we can address at a later moment as well. So we will share all your links in the description, where people can look up your business or training facility or trainings that you offer. So they will be in the description down below. And this is the longest for now, so I don't think the hard drive can manage.
No, I would also like to say that I appreciate your invitation. I love the idea. I wrote it many times to Lars before when he started to go live in the Corona. Every time I had time or didn't have time, it was through driving on a ferry, through my dinner or wherever. I'm trying to follow Lars and watch his live sendings about leather, interior damages. It's I love it. I don't know what you're gonna do when the Corona is over and you start to travel. You have to be sending live from plane or wherever.
Yes, plane or probably we will see a lot of countries, Makki.
Yeah.
No,
I've tried to invite Lars for 2 years now to say it.
I don't know. So, but maybe to do a bit advertising or something. What is the idea behind Lederzentrum? So, Lederzentrum is a company who produce the color dog products, and our headline in Germany is from the beginning. So, is wir verstehen Leder. What means in English that we understood leather, but to translate it word by word, it's not the same meaning. So the meaning of wir verstehen Leder is that we will give, or we will be the answer of every question what you have about leather, vinyl, and plastic. And to do this is our business runs on sharing knowledge from the beginning. So 1995, when Anthony Bogatsky and Jörg Rausch start here, the company, they already always offered the service. You can do it by yourself. We will show you on a small corner how it works, and you can do it by yourself. If you don't want to have paint on your hands, and you are able to, or you want to pay us for doing the job, then it's fine, we will do it for you. That is what we don't do anymore now. We focus on producing the products. But this main thing, sharing knowledge, give the people all information what they need. This is how our company is grown, and that is what is based on it. And everybody in our company, not just the customer service, everybody in the production has contact to customers by us. And I try also to take always, I mean, we're not a huge company, we are 50 people here, but we always try to get contact to customers. Everybody has to have contact to customers, because I think this is a goal, sharing, talking with people, learn more also from customers, learn more from other people who do different business. I have also a good relationship to Heinrich König, who do the same like us, just for wood, so what makes always open my mind when I see what they do for wood, and I say, oh, we need this also for plastic maybe, or for leather, so that is that is my passion. That is what pushing us, and that is what pushing the whole Lederzentrum, and this is also the idea of this podcast.
I would say the last thing is that I found it very good, and it was one of my first way to Lederzentrum is actually Lars, the leather dictionary. You should show more of it. It's amazing. You can find so many information in German, Spanish, I think, and English. Yeah.
The full
French.
So the biggest version is the German version.
Yeah.
Then we did in English a 95% translation roundabout. It's still growing, so I work daily on this, and also Jörg Rausch is working.
It's amazing.
On this. and then we have a short French version, a short Spanish version. That is true. But the main one is the German and the English version. Yeah. Okay. So enough advertising from my side. Next time, we will hear a little bit more about the rack company, who's from Boise, Idaho. No? So you can tell a little bit of this history, because this is also not a brand new company. It's still a few years on the market. It's coming
1999.
1999. So it's also a mid-age lady.
Patrick, by the way, do you have distribution in Norway?
Not yet.
Ah.
Not yet. So
okay, so I will stop the recording and leave you guys alone. So Makki, thanks again. Patrick, thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy my special background.
Yes, that's also a thing we have to say. Lars loves hunting.
Really.
Well,
thank you, guys.
Thank you, Makki.
And
See you.
Have a good time. See you. Bye bye.
See you. Bye bye.